Good, good. Thank you for being here. I truly appreciate it.
No
Absolutely.
problem. Thank you.
So, for those who are just joining me, well, at the moment at Facebook Live, because my server through TMV Cafe ain't working properly, I'm joined with this amazing singing duo, A Little Bit More. They are up for two Lexington Music Awards, Best Country Act and Album of the Year. And congratulations again to you both on the nominations, and appreciate having you
Thank you.
on. And it was great to both at the Twisted Cork last Saturday night. They are up for best venue. Shout out to Mama Sue and the crew.
That's right.
So, I want to talk about this name a little bit more. Very interesting name. So please, how did this name came about, and which one of you two came, or was it a collective effort?
I think that it was more of a collective effort. There's a lot of different ways we came up with it. One is for our country music, and then we do a little bit more, shall we say? We do everything from country to everything in between, and we did an album that's up for Album of the Year called Silhouette. And I think a lot of our influences from rock and blues and jazz and country and all of that really kind of come through on that album. So that was one kind of play on words. Another play on the word was Reed's probably 6'2". I'm 4'10". So it's kind of a play on our height. We say a little bit more. We say that I'm the more and he's the bit. But when it comes to size, it's a little different, I think.
Interesting. Very interesting. So, what was it like, getting to perform in a place like Twisted Cork, given that that's the place for a lot of acoustic artists, a lot of country type artists there. What I love about the Twisted Cork is the people, and Sue. I love Sue. She's like a mother figure. Best way to describe her.
No doubt. Yeah.
So
We basically, from when we were in the Twisted Cork, we just feel like home to us. So it's an honor every time we get to play there, and just like you said, the atmosphere is just unbelievable. Everybody in there is comfortable, and everybody's there for the right reasons, I think, and. We've made some great relationships through there, and a lot of people follow us from playing there.
Absolutely. So get to the Lexington Music Awards tomorrow night. Lyric Theater. You're up for the Country Act Award, and you're up for Album of the Year Award as well. That award just debuted as of last. What was the reaction when you two read the list of nominees and see your names for both awards? What was the reaction?
Well, honestly, it was shock. There are, as you know, as the Lexington community certainly knows, there are many acts out there that are just crazy talent. So we were shocked, and we're still in shock, and definitely humbled and honored, and win or lose, we're just going to be so proud, and we're just so proud that we even get to attend such a great event, and just support all of the other acts. Like Whitney Akey and Ray Adams are nominated for several awards, and they're amazing people as well. So just to be able to be within the music community and to show support for our other musicians and our other songwriters out there, especially local ones. Again, it's just such an honor, and I mean, so we just can't keep smiling because we get to go hang out with these great people.
What I like about the Lexington Music Awards is that it doesn't just focus on Lexington-based artists. It's all over Central Kentucky. You get artists from Lexington, Frankfort, Richmond, literally all over Central Kentucky, and to have us all together on a legendary place like the Lyric Theater, and it's hosted by Bill Meck and Angie Bevan, WLEX 18. They're hosting it for the third year in a row. It's a fun night. People are dressed up, nice and dapper. I, I think I went the suit route 2 weeks ago, and then I kind of went casual, and I think I'm going to go that route again. Luckily, there's no dress code, so just come out, enjoy yourselves, and and check out all that's out there in Central Kentucky local music. Let's talk about this album of the year, Silhouettes, name of the album. What was it like working on this album? And it has to feel extra special that this album is up for album of the year, given the hard work that you did into this. What was it like working on Silhouettes album?
Oh, it was an experience for us. We had, we our material as far as getting the bare bones versions that we wanted to take to the studio, and had a great group of guys go with us, musicians that really good now, a couple fellows from West Liberty and from here in Bath County as well. And we ended up getting to record at Station West in Nashville with Kyle Manor, who's just absolutely, he's a great engineer. And it was a new experience for us being in the studio, especially in Nashville and that type of studio. And they treated us as good as, I think there'd been some really big names in there before us. I think Brad Page had just recorded his CD before we were in there in that same studio, us like we were just as good as anybody, from day one. We feel welcome, and we were really proud of what we were able to leave there with. We were kind of, we did this CD, or this album, pretty quick fashion. We completed it in a 4-day turnaround with 13 songs, and it was, they kind of told us we were crazy for trying to do it. The musicians that went with us and our friends in the band, and pulled it off. And I think Kyle was the time he'd ever done that much in 4 days as well. So it was definitely tiresome. And that last day, we did a day and a half of vocals, and it was, at the end of that, we were tired. So, but we're really proud of it, and hope everyone's had a chance to at least check out a song or two off of that. And we're really, really excited, and like Jill said, humbled to be with such great company being nominated for Album of the Year.
Definitely well deserved, and this song is a remarkable record. Country.
Thank you.
For the American people out there, definitely worth the listen. And you hear for yourself why it's up for Album of the Year. It's absolutely awesome. So what are some upcoming shows that you two have coming to promote?
Oh, goodness. Well, we're actually going to be in Nashville on February the 7th. We'll be at Belcourt Taps there doing a Songwriters night. With some songwriters from around the Nashville area. We got invited to do that. And then on March the 5th, we will actually be part of a songwriters round at the Twisted Cork there in Lexington. And that's a really, really awesome event that the Twisted Cork hosts once every 3 months. And they do that. It's just really neat. And again, it's a very humbling experience. Songwriters from all over the place, invite them out, and we donate our time. Songwriters donate their time to participate in the event, and all the money that is raised at the Songwriters Night gets donated to a charity. And the charity that's actually going to be receiving the donation in March is called Sunrise Children's Services. And Sunrise Children's Services, they are based in Kentucky, and they have residential facilities and foster care facilities all over the state, and young ladies and young gentlemen that come from just past you can't even imagine. Part of their facility in Danville actually had a tragedy. They had a fire that destroyed their recreation building for their young people there, and so our money will help go to rebuild that facility and to help center their ministry and work for the young people that they have in their care. So we're honored and humbled to help support that cause and help be a part of good causes. And again, it's just something that Twisted Court helps do, and just support community. And then February, this will also be back at the Twisted Court playing a show. We're hoping to have a band instead of just doing the acoustic duos we have been doing here quite a bit. A little bit different experience there. And then on March the 25th, it will be 1 year anniversary of playing the Bluebird Cafe in Nashville. So, and that's another songwriters event there. And but again, it's just an honor. You had to audition. We had done an audition for that, and we actually made the audition. And so that's, it's just very humbling. It's very, oh goodness, I don't know. There's just no real words to describe when you're in a room full of other songwriters and you get to just experience and become friends and share that family atmosphere the songwriting evening really brings forth. So yeah, so that's kind of what we have going on here for the next little bit.
So they're going to be at Lexington. They're going to be at Nashville. And, Twisted Court people, they're going to be headed your way multiple times. So keep an eye on a little bit more. And go get that album, Silhouettes. It's available digitally. It's available. And if you are at their shows, they got copies of the CD. So go.
That is.
So go get that album. Support local music, absolutely. I want to talk about Songwriters night. Definitely different from the usual music shows, because not only you get to hear artists perform these songs, but you get to hear them tell stories on to some songwriting shows on numerous occasions. And I love the concept, especially getting to hear the artists tell these stories. What's it like going to these songwriter shows and to hear their stories about the music that they put out?
Well, it's very eye opening to see how many talented songwriters are in this area, and own style to write, and everyone has their own product they put out when it's finished, and then they tell their stories. I mean, like you said, that's a huge part of it. Hearing the foundation of how the idea came up for the song, and then how it was created and finished. And then a lot of times it's a very personal level, because you're finding out life experiences, because I think the best thing to write about is what you've acted and what you know, and most people follow that route. So we've been fortunate enough to play with some great songwriters here in Lexington and in Nashville as well. Played, I don't know, probably 5 or 6 different venues down there with people from all over the place as well. But I've heard people this before. We're in an organization, the NSAI, Nashville Songwriters Association Incorporated, and that's hosted. The meetings are hosted over at Willis Music on one Monday a month, and heard people come in and talk about that have been in other organizations in other states with that same organization, and talk about how well they like the songwriter, and just that we can feel like have as good a chapter as there is in there. So love songwriting, and that's basically kind of how we came together as we decided we wanted to write, and we wanted to try to do, it's a little bit of music, and you're putting out there and letting people hear what you've created. So it's a little bit different than playing, and we really like that feeling.
And just to kind of add a little bit onto that, Reed really did a great job explaining that. But I personally get another sense in learning how go about possibly writing a new song, because sometimes, or actually a lot of the time, after the round is over, songwriters will sit around and we'll just kind of chat amongst each other and kind of bounce ideas back and forth. And, it's a opening and very warm experience. And it's a huge learning experience for, I think, all songwriters to be able to talk and figure out different ways and different methods that each of us use to come up with the new ideas and the new tunes that can be coming out.
So I want to go for taking this time and me this evening. Again, congrats on the nominations. And I wish you two the best of luck all. And I'll be there cheering you guys on, especially when their names is called, because I'll be going through the nominations, cheering, yay! And and my experience from watching a little bit more is, especially, there's a lot of fun, there's a lot of music, and there's a lot of jokes.
There are.
There's
Thank you. There are some great jokes.
Yeah, the nacho cheese joke that I heard last, that good. I gotta say, that was a pretty.
Thank you.
So
thank you. There are some people that just don't have wonderful taste as you do, sir. when it comes to humor, and I appreciate that.
Sounds good. Hey, if you like a music artist, if you can touch one person, if someone's listening, then you're doing something right.
That's exactly.
And salute to all the performers. Takes a lot of guts just to perform, whether it's regardless of how many people are watching. So, you do what makes you guys work. So, you do you. That's all I can say.
Thank you very much.
So, continued success, and I'll see if I can come to Twisted Cork shows. I've seen the acoustic side of a little bit more, but I haven't seen the full-length band of a little bit more. So I gotta check that out for sure. But you two in your evening, and I'll see you tomorrow at the awards.
We will see you there, sir. Thank you so much.
You good night.
You.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That was a little bit more.